Anyway, let's come back and let's have some COVID-19 news. So, after 6 weeks, we'll do from Scotland and Africa every week, our update on COVID-19, and we'll start with Africa as always. So, after a 6-week surge, Africa's fourth pandemic wave, driven primarily by the Omicron variant, is flattening, marking the shortest-lived surge to date in the continent, where cases have now exceeded 10 million. As of last week, there have been 10.2 million COVID-19 cases in Africa, but weekly cases plateaued in the 7 days up to 9th of January from the week before. Southern Africa, which saw a huge increase in infections during the pandemic wave, recorded a 14% decline in infections over the last week. And South Africa, where Omicron was first reported, saw a 9% fall in infections. East and Central Africa regions have also experienced a drop. However, North and West Africa are witnessing a rise in cases, with North Africa reporting a 121% increase in the last week. Across the continent, though, deaths rose by 64% in the 7 days ending on 9th of January, compared with the week before, where mainly infections were due to people who were at high risk. Nonetheless, deaths in the fourth wave are lower than in previous waves. Hospitalizations have also remained low. And in countries experiencing a surge in cases, the fast-spreading Omicron variant has been the dominant type. While it took around 4 weeks for the Delta variant to surpass the previously dominant Beta variant, Omicron outpaced Delta within 2 weeks in the worst hit African countries. Early indications suggest that Africa's fourth wave has been steep and brief, but no less destabilizing. The crucial pandemic countermeasure badly needed in Africa still stands, and that is vaccinations. The next wave might not be so forgiving, says Dr. Moeti, the WHO Regional Director for Africa. So, flattening, think cases are not as high, but it's everywhere. But it's not, hospitalizations are still low. So things are holding, there's a holding pattern. So hopefully next week I have better news for everybody. You have something to say?
No, fingers crossed.
All right, let's move to Scotland. So for all you sports fans, you're going to be so happy with this news. You probably know it already. So restrictions on large outdoor events in Scotland, including football matches and concerts, are to be lifted from Monday. That's this Monday. Yay, clues bound for that. Woohoo! All right, the move will allow fans to return to stadiums where the Scottish Premier winter break ends. It will also avoid Scotland's Six Nations rugby matches having to be played behind closed doors at Murrayfield next month. A limit of 500 people at outdoor events has been placed since Boxing Day, and Premiership football teams started their winter break early after the crowd limit was imposed, with many fans believing the sport was unfairly singled out by the restrictions. Large Hogmanay events, including famous street party in Edinburgh, were also cancelled. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon told the Scottish Parliament that a limit of 500 people will be removed from Monday the 17th, which will allow Celtic's match with Hibernian on that day to be played before a full crowd at Celtic Park. Event organizer I can't say it. Event organizers will now have to check the vaccine certification of at least 50% of attendees rather than the current 20%, or at least 1,000 people, whichever figure is higher. From Monday, the definition of fully vaccinated for the purpose of vaccine passports would include having a booster if the second dose was more than 4 months ago. And the government will also continue to consider whether the vaccine passport scheme should be extended to more venues. Restrictions on indoor events and venues will remain in place until at least 24th January, when Ms. Sturgeon said she hoped to be able to lift them too. People will still be required to wear face coverings in indoor public places, to work from home when possible, and to only meet indoors in groups of up to 3 households. The measures were imposed by the Scottish Government in an attempt to slow the spread of the Omicron variant, with the First Minister saying there were now signs that the country was starting to turn the corner after a huge spike in cases. So everyone's going to be happy. All the football fans are going to be super, super duper happy.
Yeah, but then the booster thing.
What's wrong with that?
Are we going to be taking every quarter?
I don't mind. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I really, literally don't care. Just jab me, let me go my day.
It's having any impact.
It's having an impact on me. I had COVID and it was like, okay, I was sick for like a day or two and then I was fine. Okay. So you haven't had COVID yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I have all my doses. I've taken all my doses.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind.
Booster. Cold vaccine, everything.
And it's free. It's not like they're telling you to come pay for it. It's free. Just take it and go. All the conspiracy theorists, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But, concerts also, concerts are going to be opening up again. So hopefully a little bit of normalcy will be coming up. And it's only January yet. So hopefully the year.
You just have to learn to live with it.
Yep. Just, We can't keep hiding in our
Nope,
homes.
not at all.
Yeah.
Not
And I don't mind hiding in my home. I like it.
I mind.
you know, you're like, yeah, you're an outside person.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's remember that stopping the spread starts with all of us. And so you should wear a face covering when necessary,
Yep.
clean your hands and surfaces regularly, follow social distance guidelines if necessary, self-isolate and book a test if you have COVID-19 symptoms, get vaccinated once you have the opportunity, and get your booster shot when you're due. All right, everybody okay with that? We're good? Great.